Welcome into New York Giants Now Live. I'm your host, Marshall Green, as always. I hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. We are getting closer and closer to game day and Monday Night Football against the Dallas Cowboys, with a chance to go 3-0 for the first time since 2009. It's been a long time. Can you even remember what you were doing in 2009? I was 15 years old, still in high school. Look, it's been what, since 2009? 13 years? 13 years since the Giants have been 3-0, and they have a golden opportunity against the Cowboys this week, which I'm calling a must-win ball game because, look, you're playing an NFC East team. You have a chance to go to 3-0, and you're playing them on Monday Night Football, and it's against a backup quarterback. If that's not a must-win ball game, I don't know what is. Maybe some people will say, look, we weren't even supposed to make the playoffs, and that's fine. You can have that mindset. But I'm a dashboard guy and not a rear view guy. Those preseason expectations were just that, preseason expectations. The Giants are 2-0 with a chance to go to 3-0, and if this team wants to make the playoffs, it is a must-win ball game Monday night. That's my little quick TED Talk. But I hope everybody's having a real good day. Let's give a shout out to the real ones. Where are the real ones at? Got my football with me today, just staying loose. Little Danny Dimes in the pocket. If you're a real one, drop a real one in the comments section. Let's get the comments going. I want you guys to be hyped. We have a big show coming up. Kenny Golladay, he just spoke to the media, and somebody asked him, if the Giants don't play you, will you request a trade? And he said, we'll see. So we're going to break all that down. We got some injury news and notes on Kayvon Thibodeaux, as well as Kadarius Toney, who didn't practice today. We got some on Azeez Ojulari, Wan'Dale Robinson, and Aaron Robinson. We have a jam-packed show today, but I want to give some love to the real ones. Shout out to Damie, Deshaun, Oglo, Vito, Pierre, the crazy gamer dude, Drew, why are you so mad? Just stop. B. Beloy. I remembered this time. B. Beloy. I thought it was Beloy. I thought it was Beloy. B. Beloy. I fucked it up. I already forgot. It's been a long week. Carlos, Big John, Pierre. I don't think it's the gamer dude. It's a gamer dude, not the gamer dude. Big difference there. Thank you. The second time was right. Beloli, be Beloli. I'm going to be honest. I'm probably going to say that another 100 times and mess it up another 100 times. Corinne, my dog, is in the chat. Shout out to Supreme Knowledge, King Casper, Francisco, B. Beloli says thank you. Thank you, bro, for being a real one. Mitch says the Giants got this one. As the real ones start to pile into the chat, I want to know where you guys are watching from. Drop your city in the comments section, because one of my favorite things here at Chat Sports is just seeing all of the viewers and all of the real ones out there and where they tune in from, because Giants Now fans, they range from coast to coast, continent to continent, country to country. It goes all over the world. We got Waco, baby, from Pierre. That's what's up. Port Jeff. The chat is moving fast. I can't even read all of these. I love to see it. 137 people already in the chat. Love to see that. Carlos is in Florida. Scott Powers is in Bay City, Texas. That's crazy. I'm from the Richmond Sugarland area, if you know where that is. Wayne's in Brooklyn. Mr. NY Stadium, a Giants Now OG in the house. He said that he's rocking with us, and it already went down. From Florida. Tucson, Arizona from Dylan. Georgia from OG. Germany from, is it Janik or Yannick? New Jersey from William. What's going on, William? SB's in PA. Tommy for one. Tommy, I'm off 59 in Beltway right now. Really? That's an H-Town legend right there. Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn from Vanguard. Connecticut from JJ. Houston from Jeremy Smith. Long Island from my number one homie, Corinne. All right, the real ones are piling in. Also, we're going to have a super chat menu for today's show. Just as we go live, remember, every single super chat gets up on the show. If you have a question, we'll talk about it for a couple of minutes. And every super chat that comes in, we'll put those on the mailbag that we have coming up later in the show. $10 super chat, we'll bust out the fireball. Once we get to $50 in super chats, we'll take another fireball shot. If we get to 100 likes, which we should do right now because we got 160 people watching, we'll take a shot. And a $50 super chat will bust out the tequila. I didn't even bring that in the studio because I don't know if I'm ready for the tequila today, but I'm always down to have a good time. It is Wednesday, which means it's only one day removed from Taco Tuesday, and you know that's when the tequila gets drank. I also want to show some love to the super chat Ring of Honorees. Honorees? Is that the way I would say it? Trey Green dropped a $100 super chat during the NFL draft. These are the three largest super chats in Giants Now history. IID, he told me his name during the live show last week, but the thing was, I wasn't sober, and I don't remember now. He told me to call him something, and I don't remember. If you're in the chat, let me know. And my guy Joe Maynard, a real one, also dropped a $100 super chat. I want to do this, though. Let's get the chat rate going. I think everybody, all 160 people that are watching right now, can get behind this movement. Dax, it's Dax. Yes, thank you. Dax, my guy. I will 100% remember that now. I will not mess it up. But if you hate the Dallas Cowboys, if you don't, you probably shouldn't be watching this live stream. But if you do hate the Dallas Cowboys, I want you to type F Dallas in the comment section right now. I'll show you some love. I'll give shout outs to every single person that types F Dallas in the comments right now. So if you hate the Cowboys, you want to go 3-0, and my boss, who's a Cowboy fan, just walked in and gave me the double birds. So we need the chat to get excited right now. Type F Dallas if you hate the Cowboys. If you love them, you're on the wrong stream, my friends. Shout out to Ryan, Dylan. I don't know how the whole F word got put through, but I guess it's probably on Roly. Red Right Hand, Business, Turtle Powers, Alex, Blue York Gridlock, Gary. Gary M says, how much do they take out of a $100 super chat? If you're talking about YouTube, they take about 30%. So a lot still goes to the channel, and super chats go a long way. Helps us expand the company. We just expanded our office space. We were able to hire 5 new people because of you guys supporting all of the shows here at Chat Sports. Shout out to Supreme Knowledge, Bruce, Mitch, Mr. NY Stadium, 09 Mont, Alan, Gary, Pierre, Jermaine, Jamie, Vanguard, Fat Bass, Outdoors. I almost said something completely different right there. Business, Jamie, Scott, Alex, Carlos, Derek, Corinne, Jesse, Allen. All right. B. Baloli. Yeah, I said 30 cents. Yeah, look, you can always Venmo as well. We'll maybe get there one day. But hey, look, super chatting. It helps you guys get a part of the show, makes you a part of the show, and it goes a long way to support us here at Chat Sports. We're also going to have a mailbag coming up here in a little bit. All super chats are guaranteed to get on the mailbag. You actually get to skip the line. But if you want to wait in the line, ask a question in the comments. Just use hashtag Giants, like this right here. You see how it says hashtag Giants right there? That has to be in your question in the comment section. If it's not, my producer, Patrick Seatman, he's going to have a really hard time finding your question. So if you have a question, I need my real ones to step up and ask a question. If you do, ask it in the comment section. We did get a super chat from, you guessed it, Tutu Azuri, the definition of a real one. I always look forward to these on Wednesday. He said, massive salute to Big Boss Marshy and for all diehard Giants fans in America. Slap all the stinky boys and losers all day and F the cowards might as well. I am right there with you, my friend. F the Cowboys. That's my mindset all week. I woke up Monday morning. I enjoyed Victory Monday. But when I got to work Tuesday, week 2 was behind me and week 3 was ahead of me. I was done worrying about Carolina. Now my mindset is on the Dallas Cowboys. And my mindset this week is F Dallas. All week, I'm saying it, F Dallas in the comment section. Tutu, I appreciate your super chat, my guy. I've been missing you on game days. Maybe you don't want to join the watch parties. That's all cool. But you're always here on Wednesdays. That makes you a real one. Remember, we have a mailbag coming up. Use hashtag Giants in the comment section. Let's get the like driver going. If you want to go 3-0, we'll do that. Hashtag Giants. We have a mailbag coming up. But first, we're going to touch on the latest injury news surrounding Kadarius Toney, Kayvon Thibodeaux, Azeez Ojulari, and Kenny Golladay. Did he hint that he might request a trade coming up very, very soon? But first, look, we have 69 likes right now. And as nice as that is, we got to do more than that. Because we have 200 people watching right now. We need at least a 50% participation rate. If you want to go 3-0, and you want the Giants to beat the Dallas Cowboys, hit the like button right now. And you might be asking, Marshall, why are you asking for likes? I'm not asking for likes for me. I'm asking for likes for the New York Football Giants. Because week 1, we said if you wanted to beat the Titans, like the video. The Giants went 1-0. Week 2, we said like the video, and the Giants will beat the Panthers. And they beat the Panthers. And now week 3, look, I'm a super superstitious guy. I don't want to be the one that messes it up. And I don't want you to be that guy either. So if you want to go 3-0 and you don't want to mess it up, you don't want to jinx it, like the video right now. I'm not saying if you like the video, it guarantees that the Giants are going to beat the Cowboys, but I'm not saying it, if you know what I mean. Don't be the guy that wakes up Tuesday morning after Monday Night Football if the Giants lost. Like, if I just would have liked that stupid kid's YouTube video, we would be 3-0. Change it right now. 200 people watching, 106 likes. Those are rookie numbers. Let's get to 150 likes right now. Let's do this. If you've already liked the video, I want you to type real one in the comment section right now, and I'll give you a shout out. Like the video, and once you have, type real one in the comment section, and I'll give you a shout out. Woo! I'm also performing a little bit under the weather here, but look, I wouldn't miss a show for you guys. Because look, I expect some players to play hurt. I got to be here and play hurt. Got some tissues on deck. Might need a couple more of these. But we're here, and we're playing hard. Also, guys, we're like 5 subscribers away from getting to 13,000 subs on the channel. I'd like to get there right now. We're actually 4 subs away. I know not all 200 of you watching right now are subscribed. So if you want to be the 13,000 subscriber, you've got an awesome chance right now. Hit that big red button, join the squad, and let's get to 13,000 subs on today's video. Sub for Giants dubs. Let's go. You want to go 3-0? You want to beat the Cowboys? You want to see Jerry Jones crying in the press box? Hit that red button, subscribe. Giants videos every single day. Corinne is right. 13K subs. Almost there, Corinne. It's been a long, long road, but we are almost there. I'm going to refresh it. 3 subs away. Be one of the next 3 subscribers. Be the 13,000 subscriber on the channel.
I like Alex Morales' comment. 13K brings 13 home.
13K brings 13 home. If you want the Giants to sign Odell Beckham, hit that big red button. The video we did on Odell yesterday was a lot of fun. You guys enjoyed it. I don't think it's this year that the Giants sign Odell Beckham, but I feel confident at one point during the rest of his career, he will play with the New York Football Giants again. I would not be surprised if he retires with the New York Football Giants. 2 subs away. 2 subs away. Hit that big red button. Remember, we have a mailbag coming up. Use hashtag Giants in the comment section, or you can super chat. We can get the show started, because I'm sure some of the real ones will tell their friends to tell a friend to subscribe. As we hit it, 13,000 subscribers. Let's ride. Shout out to the real ones out there. This channel's been booming in the past month, and it's only going to continue to get better and better, especially if the Giants keep winning football games. Woo! Sorry, cold open this piece. Alrighty, let's get into the latest on Kenny Golladay, the injury news on Kayvon Thibodeaux, Kadarius Toney, and everything going on. Shout out to everybody that's hit that big red button and telling us congrats. Congrats to you guys, because look, we couldn't do what we do without your support, your love, in your subscriptions. As lame as that sounds, it is what it is. We wouldn't be able to put out Giants videos every day if you guys didn't watch them and show up. So don't thank me. Thank yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back right now. And let's go. Let's go 3-0. All righty. Let's do it. Let's talk about the latest Giants news and rumors right now. We're about to get into the latest Giants news and rumors, injury update, Kenny Golladay. But before we do, if you want the Giants to go 3-0 and beat the Dallas Cowboys, subscribe to Giants Now right now. Because we said in week 1, if you want to beat the Titans, subscribe. It happened. Week 2, we said if you want to beat the Panthers, subscribe. And we beat them. So let's not mess it up. You want to go 3-0, hit that big red button right now. Welcome into New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. We have some big news surrounding Kenny Golladay to get to. We'll talk about that in a second. We also have injury updates on Kadarius Toney, Wan'Dale Robinson, Aaron Robinson, as well as Kayvon Thibodeaux, Azeez Ojulari, Leonard Williams. We're going to keep you guys up to date with everything that's happening right now in New Jersey for the New York Football Giants. But Kenny Golladay was not happy with his role last week. He left the locker room early on Sunday, so he didn't speak to the media. And today, on Wednesday, was the first time Golladay has spoken to the media. And they pretty much asked him, what was it like being healthy and only playing in 2 snaps on Sunday? He has a couple quotes, and we'll run through them right now. He said, I came here to play. And then he was asked if he would request a trade or asked to be dealt if he's not playing. And he said, we will see how it goes. He also said he didn't like the decision for him not to play, and an explanation he was given as to why he didn't play was they agree to disagree. So Kenny Golladay did not agree with not playing. He didn't say he wouldn't request a trade. He said, we'll see. And to me, that sounds like he's not happy with his role and he wants to be somewhere else. Jordan Renan also had some quotes from Kenny Golladay on Golladay playing 2 snaps versus the Panthers and accepted the coach's decision. But he said, I don't agree with it. I should be playing regardless. And that's a fact. He also said, I didn't like the decision whatsoever. It was a little confusing because I came here to play. The thing is, Kenny Golladay, you came here last year, and that was when Joe Judge was the head coach and Dave Gettleman was the head coach. And that's when this franchise had a loser's mentality. It's a different age in a different era with Brian Daboll and Joe Shane. Nothing is given and everything is earned. I don't care, and they don't care. If you make $18 million per year, they are going to put the people on the field that they feel gives them the best opportunity to win. Kenny Golladay went on to say about how he's going to prepare for the game this Monday. He said, I'm preparing like I'm going to be playing. But who knows? The GM, head coach, all these coaches keep saying, you do everything right, you handle yourself the right way, you'll play. But it's a little confusing. We're going to see how it goes. I came here to play. They're also paying me to play. They want to see me more, I guess, or whatever the situation is on their end. I keep doing what I got to do as far as just coming in each day. He also said, I mean, it is what it is. You know, it's a business. You know, I'm not here to be friends with coaches. You know, they are just coworkers to me. That is the worst attitude I've ever heard in my life. And the fact that the New York Football Giants are 2-0 for the first time since 2016, and you're complaining, that tells me that you don't care about this team. You don't care about winning football games. All you care about is number 19. You want number 19 to play. You want number 19 to, you may want the Giants to win, but you want to win your way. And that pisses me the hell off. How are you 2-0 and you're complaining about playing time? If you're so upset, do something about it. Don't be a stiff. Catch the football. Score a touchdown. Because in the first 16 games of your New York Football Giant career, you've been absolutely one of the biggest busts in NFL free agency history. In 16 games, you have 39 receptions for 543 yards, less than 14 yards per catch. And in 16 games, you have not scored a single touchdown. You are getting beat out right now by David Sills, someone who is a practice squad player. You should be embarrassed, and you should change everything you're doing right now, because what you're doing is not working out, and it pisses me the hell off that you're complaining and your team is 2-0. That is bullshit, to be quite frank with you. I want to ask you this question, then we'll stop talking about Kenny Golladay, because it really pisses me off. What would you do with Golladay if you were the general manager of the New York Football Giants? Would you trade him? Would you keep him? Or would you cut him? Type T for trade, type K for keep, or type C for cut. I want all the real ones to sound off in the comment section right now. Let's get to some injury news as the Giants practiced on Wednesday afternoon, and Brian Daboll spoke to the media and gave some injury updates on some key players. And let's start with this from Jordan Renan. He said wide receiver Kadarius Toney, who's dealing with a hamstring, and defensive lineman Leonard Williams dealing with that knee, are not among the Giants who were practicing on Wednesday because of injuries. He also said wide receiver Sterling Shepard is getting a maintenance day because of the early heavy workload off of last year's torn Achilles. Kadarius Toney played on Sunday. He didn't leave the game due to injury, and once again, he's going to find himself on the injury report. Look at these stats by Kadarius Toney. He's been a member of the New York Giants for 20 football games. He's missed some time. He hasn't played 20 games, but there's been 20 games played by the Giants since he was drafted. Of those 20 games, 15 times he was on the injury report. And when he was not on the injury report, which was only 5 times, he left 2 of those games early. This guy is a walking injury problem. And right now, he's dealing with the hamstring injury. And someone that's reliable, that relies on their quickness and their quick twitch and that fast first step, hamstring injuries are extremely tricky. You might think one day you're good, and then you go out and sprint the next day, and you're like, nope, I'm not good. It's a lingering issue, and it's a lingering problem right now for Kadarius Toney, because the best ability is availability, and he hasn't really been all that through his Giants career. I do expect Kadarius Toney to be a go, though, Monday night. I mean, he didn't leave the game on Sunday, and there wasn't a report that he worsened his hamstring injury. I think today was more of a workload management type of day, trying to keep him from hurting himself and pushing too far on that hamstring. But at some point in time, he's got to be available, because when he is, he's a damn good football player. It's just right now, he hasn't been that so much through his Giants career. Brian Daboll also talked about Wan'Dale Robinson, who suffered that knee injury in week 1, left in the first quarter. He was called day-to-day, but we're 2 weeks later and he hasn't been practicing. So if you haven't learned by now, when Brian Daboll says day-to-day, it could be days, it could be weeks, or it could be months. But he said Wan'Dale is close, but he's not sure that he's going to be the guy that's playing this Monday. One thing I want to do, though, going back to Kadarius Toney, is this. He has been a great teammate. Only played in 7 snaps week 1. He didn't complain. The media asked him, what was it like? How do you feel about only playing 7 snaps? And he said, what do you mean? We won. I'm happy. And the famous quote was, you want a dollar? Kadarius Toney is one of the funniest people in the world, but the fact that he's all in and bought in, played 7 snaps, didn't care. They won. Only played about 35% of the snaps this past Sunday, and right after the game, he posted this picture of him and Daniel Jones hugging and embracing themselves after the Giants went 2-0. He's been a great teammate, unlike that one dude wearing number 19 that doesn't care about the Giants and only cares about himself. And for that reason, I want all the Giants, now real ones, to stand up and show some love for Kadarius Toney, because he could easily check out, play 7 snaps week 1, play about 25% of snaps, or 25 snaps, in week 2. He could have checked out. He could have done what Golladay did, but he didn't. He's doing everything he can and controlling what he can control. I love that. Type 89 in the comments to show our guy Kadarius Toney some love. We also have an injury update on Kayvon Thibodeaux and Azeez Ojulari. Paul Schwartz of the New York Post said Daboll said that Kayvon Thibodeaux and Azeez Ojulari would get some team reps today in practice, and the quote was, they are getting close. The Giants, they need number 5 and they need number 51 ready to roll on Monday night, because I'm not sure if Leonard Williams is going to be ready to go after he suffered that sprained MCL back on Sunday against the Carolina Panthers. Kayvon Thibodeaux, the 5th overall pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, there are high expectations for him. I want to see him play football, and I want to see him play football while Azeez Ojulari is on the other side. They haven't played yet, but the players have stepped up in the absence of Kayvon Thibodeaux. Oshane Ximines, a guy that was pegged by many as a salary cap cut casualty this offseason. Nobody had him making this roster. Has been playing some of the best football of his career so far with the New York Giants. He was excellent in game 1, and he carried that into game 2. He's got 8 tackles, a tackle for loss, 1 sack, and 3 QB hits. But it's not just Oshane Ximines. It's guys like Jihad Ward who have stepped up and produced. Jihad Ward, a.k.a. Hottie, has been playing his tail off. 10 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 2 hurries, and 7 stops. What's a stop? It's when you make a tackle and it results in a negative play for the opposing team. He has been a difference maker and an impact player, and PFF has noticed that by giving him an 80.5 defensive grade on their scaling system, and that is absolutely damn good. We're going to need Jihad Ward, Oshane Ximines to step up if Thibodeaux, Ojulari, and Williams are not ready to go. At the end of the day, I trust Wink Martindale with this defense to get them right, even if they don't have their best players out there. We're talking Monday Night Football. We're talking the Dallas Cowboys. And if you hate the Cowboys, I want everyone to get down in the comments section and just type F Dallas. F Dallas. It's my mindset all week. You got something really strong right here. Get your mindset right. Type F Dallas in the comments right now. I also want to give a shout out to our proud sportsbook partner, BetUS. When you go to chatsports.com/bet and you use this promo code chat125 and deposit $100 into your account, they're going to hook you guys up with a 125% deposit bonus. They will literally give you free money to place bets. All you got to do, chatsports.com/bet, promo code chat125, do those 2 things, deposit 100 bones into your account, and they'll give you a free $125. Bet on the Giants, Monday Night Football. They're 1-point favorites, and I like them again. Money line. I'm 2-0 this year betting on the Giants so far. I bet money line both weeks, and now I'm pretty much rich. Get like me. Go to chatsports.com/bet, promo code chat125. Some injury updates in the secondary. Aaron Robinson, who's dealing with that appendix injury, did not play in week 2. He did not practice today, and I'm not really expecting him to play. Having to come back from appendicitis in 2 weeks and play a football game seems like something that's really, really tough. You lose a lot of weight when you're going through those types of injuries, so I'm not expecting him to play, which means guys like Cordell Flott are going to have to step up again. He's started in the spot of Robinson last week, and I thought the rookie cornerback out of LSU played really well. Had some tough moments, got matched up one-on-one against DJ Moore far too often, in my opinion, but he held his own. He didn't get cooked. He wasn't the guy that lost the Giants the football game. I liked what I saw from Flott, but it's going to need other guys like McLeod and Lane. Other guys are going to have to step up in the absence of Aaron Robinson. Someone that stepped up is Adoree Jackson. He has been one of, if not the best corners in the National Football League through 2 weeks of the season. He's been traveling from sideline to sideline, guarding the number 1 receivers through week 1 and week 2, and he has been absolutely dominant. He's been targeted 7 times through the first 2 weeks of the season and has only given up 1 catch for 27 yards. And he hasn't given up a touchdown. And he has a pass breakup. Adoree Jackson was seen by a lot of people as an overpay by the New York Giants and Dave Gettleman back in free agency of 2021. But after the Giants let go of James Bradberry, Jackson had to step up and be that number 1 DB, and he has been that so far for New York. I'm excited. I just hope he stays healthy, because if he doesn't, this cornerback room is going to be a load of trouble. But I like what I have seen from Deuce on the outside so far this year. Somewhat of a longer video today, so I just want to show some love to the real ones. If you made it this far in the video, I want you to type real one in the comment section. And I saw someone in the chat say, yo, Marsh, what's a real one? It's someone that watches every single video, finishes every single video, likes, comments, subscribes, and tells friends about New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. So if you think that fits your description, type real one in the comments right now. Woo! I'm out of breath. No. This is my flu game. This is my Jordan flu game right now, guys. Jesus. I'm not gonna lie, I thought I was like gonna pass out there for a second. It's my flu game. Corona's not real. I shouldn't say that. Oh man. F Dallas in the chat. F Dallas in the chat. You got it? Cool. Woo! 3-0. You want the Giants to go 3-0? Like this video right now. We're at 161 likes with 320 people watching. Let's do a little shot clock right here. Let's see if we can get to 200 likes in the next minute. Let's do that. We get to 200 likes within the next minute. Look at this. Look at this. F Dallas. F Dallas in the chat. F Dallas in the chat. Let's go. They're infiltrating our studios. We're going to take over that division lead. Well, we're already winning the division. We'll just push them further and further down the bottom. Hit that big that thumbs up icon. Let's get to 200 likes in the next minute. 20 likes away. Hit that thumbs up icon. Let's go. You want to beat the Dallas Cowboys? Like that video. Like the video right now. Let's go. Woo! We do have a mailbag coming up here in a second. Use hashtag Giants if you want your question featured up on the show. We'll answer it. We'll talk about it for a couple of seconds. 10 likes away. Let's go. Let's get to 200 likes. Come on. Don't do it for me. Do it so we can go 3-0. I know you want to go 3-0. We haven't been 3-0 since the 2009 season. That was after freaking Plaxico Burress shot himself. That's how long it's been. 5 likes away. Hit that like button. Let's go. I believe we're going to get there. All righty. Let's get into a preview. A preview of Giants, Cowboys, Monday Night Football. I have 5 keys to victory for the New York Football Giants if they want to go 3-0 on Monday Night Football against the Dallas Cowboys. Boo, like producer Seep says. 4 likes away from 200. Hit that like button, and let's get into a preview right now of Giants Cowboys Monday Night Football. If you want to beat the Dallas Cowboys on Monday Night Football, if you want to get to 3-0, all you got to do is like this video. Because week 1, we said, if you like the video, we're going to beat the Titans. Check. Week 2, we said you want to beat the Panthers? Like this video. Check. I don't want you to be the guy that messes up the super sauce. Don't be the guy that messes it up. Don't jinx it. You want to beat the Cowboys? Hit that thumbs up icon. Let's get to 1,000 likes on the show right now. You are watching New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green, and in today's show, we're going to preview Monday night's matchup. Giants, Cowboys, an NFC East showdown, and one of the best rivalries in all of sports. And it's so fitting that the Giants are playing the Cowboys on Monday Night Football with Joe Buck and Troy Aikman on the call. That is going to be a lot of fun. This Monday, 8:20 Eastern, the Giants are 1-point favorites. The Cowboys, or the over-under, is 39 points. So Vegas is telling you they're expecting a close game and a low-scoring game. I'm expecting the Giants to win this one. I got the Giants winning. Let's go Giants 24, Cowboys 20. Giants 24, Cowboys 20. They cover, they win, and it's going to put money on my pocket. Bet on the Giants. Chatsports.com/bet. Promo code CHAT125. They'll hook you guys up with a 125% deposit bonus. Also, you want to beat the Cowboys? Look, we know we said like the video. Now we're saying sub. Sub for Giants dubs. Because the last 2 weeks on our watch parties, which we do every single Sunday, we've been saying in the fourth quarter, sub for Giants dubs, and we've got 2 fourth-quarter comebacks. I'm a superstitious guy. When I played Little League sports, I wore the same socks if I had a good game the same game before. I ate the same breakfast. I did everything the same, and I'm going to be wearing the same gear this Sunday. You want to beat the Cowboys? Sub for Giants dubs. We put out videos every single day. Let's get to my 5 keys to victory to beat the Cowboys. Number 1, and the absolute most important thing, if they only do one thing of these 5 things, it's got to be this one. Slow down Micah Parsons. I was talking with producer Sept before the video today, and I think he might be the best defensive player in football. I know people are going to say Aaron Donald, but what Micah Parsons is able to do as an off-ball linebacker on top of being one of the best edge rushers in football is truly amazing. And if Evan Neal is going to be matched up one-on-one versus Micah Parsons, you better have a back chipping and you better have a tight end chipping, because this guy is a problem. And that's what Brian Dable said today at the media availability. He was asked about Micah Parsons and he had exhaled. He's a problem. That's what he said, and it's the truth. He is an absolute problem. I would have loved for him to be a New York Football Giant. The cookie didn't crumble that way. Now we got to play him 2 times a year, and that freaking sucks because this guy is an absolute monster. Through 2 games, this guy already has 4 sacks. Think about that. Through 2 games, this guy already has 4 sacks and 9 tackles and 5 QB hurries and 13 quarterback pressures in 2 football games. You have to stop him. You have to slow him down. You cannot let him wreck this football game. Look, Evan Neal, you're going to have your welcome to the NFL moment this year or this week against the Dallas Cowboys, because guys, we got to be honest. The pass blocking has not been that good. Daniel Jones has been the most pressured quarterback in the NFL through 2 weeks, with pressure on 49.3% of his dropbacks. Also, this Giants offensive line has allowed 8 sacks, which is the 3rd most in the NFL. Stop Micah Parsons. Stop Tank Lawrence. You stop those 2 guys, and you're going to have a damn good chance to go to 3-0 on Monday Night Football. If you don't, you're going to be 2-1, and you're going to be sad just like I'm going to be sad. Stop Micah Parsons. That's what you got to do. And my mindset all week is F Dallas. Type F Dallas in the comment section. That's my mindset. I'm going in with the vengeance. I'm coming in to hit somebody in the mouth. Type F Dallas in the comments if you hate the Dallas Cowboys. Do it right now. Type F Dallas in the comments, because look, you're a Giants fan. You bleed Giants blue. I know you hate Dallas, so type F Dallas in the comments right now. Key number 2, and this one's really important as well. Make Cooper Rush uncomfortable. He's a backup quarterback for a reason. What do backup quarterbacks hate? Being under pressure, having to think instead of just react. And if you put pressure on him, Wink Martindale, he will fold and he will turn the football over. He played decent, I would say, against the Cincinnati Bengals this past week. 60% completion rate for 189 yards, 6.3 yards per attempt. He had a touchdown, and he didn't throw an interception. The Giants have a 23.9 blitz rate, which is currently the 3rd highest in the league amongst teams that have played 2 games. That number needs to go up to make Cooper Rush uncomfortable. Blitzing doesn't just mean sending more than 4 people, and that's a Wink Martindale magic specialty. He'll line up 8 people on the line of scrimmage, drop 5, and send 3. Just make the O-line think. Make Cooper Rush think. Put him under pressure. It's going to come down to these 4 guys. I don't know if Leonard Williams is going to play, but if Kayvon Thibodeaux plays and Azeez Ojulari plays, they need to have big-time games this season or this week against the Cowboys. O'Shane Zimenez, he needs another big game. Jihad Ward, he needs to have another big game. Tommen Fox needs to have big games. If the Giants want to win the football game, these guys on screen, they need to step up and get pressure on Cooper Rush. But I trust this guy right here. Gold Chain Martindale, I trust him. He's going to cook up a game plan that's going to make Cooper Rush beat the New York Football Giants. If you can make the Dallas Cowboys a one-dimensional offense and it turns into throwing the football, and you make Cooper Rush beat you, you will have a great shot this Monday to go 3-0. Daniel Jones needs to make the big plays. He has to make the big plays happen. Has he played good through 2 games? I wouldn't say good. Has he played bad? Sometimes. There's been some good, there's been some bad, and there's been some ugly. The thing is, the completion percentage looks good. The ADOT, or the yards per attempt, is down. He's been very smart with the football except for 2 throws. The pick to Saquon Barkley in week 1, and week 2 there was a drop pick 6. I know that's 2 interceptions that probably should have happened, but he's been smart besides those plays. But when big plays present themselves and Daniel Jones has an opportunity to make a splash play, he needs to make it happen. He didn't do that against the Carolina Panthers in week 2. And let's take a look now at some film study with Marsh G. Here's Daniel Jones right here. This is a clean pocket in the NFL. 3rd down and goal. He's got David Sills open right there. Probably not a touchdown, but you cannot take a sack inside the red zone. And then you have Sterling Shepard right there. That is considered wide open in the NFL. You put that ball on the back pylon and you give your guy a chance. The last thing you do is take a sack. And then what about this play right here? Sterling Shepard, once again, wide open. A little bit of pressure in Daniel Jones' face, no doubt about it, but he's got to find a way to be better in his pocket mobility. There's enough of a pocket right here to step up, sidestep, and deliver a dart to Sterling Shepard, who is running wide open. This play right here, though, cannot frickin' happen. That is the best pocket that Daniel Jones has had all season. And you see this guy right here? That is Kadarius Toney running wide open. You have to get your playmakers the football. Toney, this wide open and not getting the football is a crime, no doubt about it. This last one, though, is the worst one of them all. Daniel Bellinger is wide open right here. There is no pressure in Daniel Jones' face, and he just missed him. If you want to go 3-0, you want to beat the Dallas Cowboys, you cannot miss opportunities like this. You can't miss people that are running absolutely wide open. If you do, you will lose the football game. When you look at Daniel Jones' stats so far through the season, they are what they are. 364 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, and a 30 QBR. I love Daniel Jones. I want him to be the guy because if he is, that means the Giants have found their franchise quarterback. And when you do that, you're on your way to winning football games. But he has not been great so far through week 2. And if you want to beat the Cowboys, you want to go 3-0, I know I keep saying it, you have to do the little things and hit people that are running wide open on the football field. A lot of people say, Marshall, you're a Daniel Jones hater. And then I have other people who say, Marshall, you're way too high on Daniel Jones. So I'll ask you guys this, and I want you to be honest with me. Give me the real tea here. Am I too harsh or too hard on Daniel Jones? Type Y for yes, type N for no. I would greatly appreciate your comments right now. Also, if you want to bet on the Giants this week, do it with our proud sportsbook partner, BetUS. When you go to chatsports.com/bet and use that promo code chat125, they're going to hook you guys up with a 125% deposit bonus. What does that mean? Put $100 into your account, they'll match it with $125 free dollars. So you'll have $225 to bet with. Bet on the Giants. I'm 2-0 betting on the Giants this year, and I'm absolutely rolling in the cash. Be like me, get rich. Go to chatsports.com/bet, promo code chat125. Key number 4. Limit the big plays on special teams. Outside of the field goal unit, the special teams for the Giants hasn't been all that great so far this year. I feel like they haven't covered kicks that well and haven't covered punts that well. And if you don't do that this week against Kayvon Thibodeaux, the punt returner for the Dallas Cowboys, it's not going to go good for you. Last week he had 2 punt returns of over 17+ yards, and that is an opportunity where you get Kayvon Thibodeaux, who might be the most electric playmaker on the Dallas Cowboys, the ball in space. You have to control him. You have to contain him on kickoffs and punts. You cannot let this guy get loose and get an easy touchdown for the Dallas Cowboys. You have to limit the big plays on special teams, or Turpin, he'll burn you and he'll make you feel sick as he's going for 6 on a kickoff return. Also, the last key, which is just as important at all of those except for this one. You got to stop Micah Parsons. You have to get your playmakers involved early and often. What you got to do is simple. Get 26, 89, and 3 involved. early on in the game. Those are the biggest playmakers for the New York Football Giants. And there's ways to guarantee that Saquon Barkley has a big game. Look at what Leonard Fournette did week 1 against the Dallas Cowboys. You notice anything about this chart? Every single big run was to the left. Didn't have any big runs going this way, but every big run was going that way. What does that say? The Cowboys' left side of their defense is not that strong. You know who their left cornerback is? It's Trayvon Diggs. He doesn't want to tackle. Make him be a run stopper. Run outside. Test the perimeter of this defense and attack Trayvon Diggs in the run game. That's what the Bucs did, and that's why they were successful. The Bengals, they must have not watched week 1's tape. They must have not seen this picture, because the way that they ran Joe Mixon, it didn't work out. That's why he had 20 carries for 57 yards. You can't just run in between the tackles on this Cowboys defense. Test the outside. Run the ball left. Run it at Diggs, because he is not a tackler. He's not a willing tackler, and he doesn't want to come up and make tackles. Run the ball left. Give it to 26, and you'll have a good football game. Because this guy right now is looking like the old Saquon. He's looking like the guy before he tore his ACL. He's shown that quickness. He's shown that explosion. He's shown that he's back. Look, he's leading the NFL in rushing through 2 games, 236 yards, 6.1 yards per carry. And he's also been a factor in the receiving game. 9 receptions for 46 yards. Feed 26. Feed 26. Let's all say it in the comments. Feed 26. And let's go left, because left is good against the Dallas Cowboys. Before we get on out of here, I want to ask you guys this. Predict the score in the comment section. I started to do this at the end of the videos because the real ones are the only ones that watch these videos to the end, and I want to hook you guys up with a special offer. The first person on the video on demand, once this video goes on the channel, predict the score in the comment. And the person that gets it right first, you got to choose the winner, and you have to choose the correct score. No editing your comments, none of that. We can see when it gets edited. If you are the first person to choose the correct score and the winner, I will Venmo you $25 out of my pocket. So predict the score in the comments. The winner and the score, the first one to do it, I'll Venmo you $25. Woo! Not good. Not going to lie, that preview was heat. That was a good preview. I thought that was a good preview. The film, did y'all like it? The film breakdown where we did all that? I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty cool. You got to stop him. You got to stop Micah Parsons. You cannot let him wreck this football game.
Did you say your prediction was? You said 24-20?
24-20.
You know, I'll be shocked if either team gets to 20.
Yeah, I could see it. Shit, I could see a 17-14 game.
Yeah.
John, you have to win this football game.
Yeah, you have to.
You have to. You got the Bears week 4, Packers week 5, Ravens week 6. So you need to be 4-2 after 6 games. Yeah. And that's very doable.
And you can't let the Cowboys get the 2-1 with missing Dak.
Exactly. You cannot great point by Seeps right there. You cannot let the Cowboys win 2 games without Dak Prescott. You cannot let that happen. We did have a super chat come in from Broken Chip, my guy. He said in a $2 super chat, he said, let's get this 3-0 on them Cowgirls. OG real ones. Broken Chip is the definition of an OG. He's been on the channel a very long time. Shout out to you. We got Cowboys fan coming in the studio. Type F Dallas or boo him in the chat. Look at this clown. He's still celebrating a running back that sucks. Saquon Barkley's way better than Zeke. Is that Pollard? I can't tell. Not enough. Not enough.
Man, you have as good a field vision as Daniel Jones does.
We showed some pics that didn't make the field look good. I thought that was a fun segment, though. I like doing previews. You get to talk real football. I thought the pictures, like, I don't want to be too hard on Jones. I don't know if were they saying I was too hard on him, or what were the a lot of no's? Okay. I hold quarterbacks to a high standard because we got to see Eli for so many years. And he had his ups and downs, no doubt. But in that fourth quarter, when Eli got the ball, every single time I believed we were going to win. And I'd never get that feeling with Daniel Jones. And that's not fair to compare him to Eli, but it is what it is.
And Daniel Jones is not a rookie anymore.
Yeah, exactly. He's not a rookie anymore. He's in year 4.
You got to hold him to a standard.
Hold him to a standard. Giants fans are too proud and too knowledgeable to be lowering the bar for the success of a quarterback. I won't do it. You want someone to sugarcoat stuff and tell you Daniel Jones is great and he's only not great because of the coaches, the O-line, the da-da-da-da-da. Piss off, go to another channel. I'm not sugarcoating shit anymore. I respect you guys too much. I have to be honest with you. All right, we got a mailbag coming up. We'll answer your questions. How are we looking on questions? We're good on questions, so there's a long line. The only way to guarantee yourself on a mailbag is to Super Chat. Super Chat, get you on the mailbag for sure. If not, you can use hashtag Giants and hope that producer Patrick Seatman puts you on the show. Welcome into New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. We're about to get into a mailbag where I answer your guys' questions live. The only way to be on the mailbag is you got to be a subscriber. So go down right now, hit that big red button, subscribe, and you got to join us on our live shows. So turn the notifications on because we go live every single Wednesday, and I want you there next week. So subscribe and turn your noties on so you can be a part of the family as soon as this Wednesday. Shout out to Aubrey. What up, bro? He said, if only Tibbs is ready and not Azeez, who do we see getting more snaps between Ward and X-Man? Ward has been good with the run. Jihad Ward has been really good against the run. I think Kayvon Thibodeaux coming back would probably take more snaps away from Oshane Ximines because Jihad Ward is a more functional and multi-dimensional defensive lineman. He can play on the edge. He can play in the middle. I mean, when you look at this depth chart, Oshane Ximines and Tommen Fox are really the only outside edge rushers you have if Ojulari and Thibodeaux aren't healthy. Jihad Ward can be an edge rusher, but he's more of an edge setter in the run game. He's really good at shedding blocks, taking up multiple blocks. I continue to think that Jihad Ward will play a large part and may lead the Giants' defensive line in snap counts again. But if Thibodeaux's back and no Ojulari, I would still expect Oshane Ximines to get a lot of snaps this Sunday. B. Baloli, what up, my guy? I hope I said that right. Do you think more Packers or G-Man's fans will be in London? That's a great question. Maybe I'd probably go Giants. I think they're more of a worldwide fan base, and maybe the Packers are more of an American fan base, but I wouldn't be surprised either way. These are both two of the more popular teams in the NFL. Going overseas to play games are fun. I'm looking forward to that. But my mind is on Dallas right now. 3-0. F Dallas. Actually, everybody right now, type F Dallas in the comment section because that's got to be our mindset all week. AJ Gray, what up, man? Did you hear about Tiki Barber talking about Lamar Jackson being a Giant? AJ, I did hear about that, and I didn't really want to talk about it on the channel, but since you brought it up, I guess we'll talk about it. Here's what Tiki Barber said on his radio show, Tiki and Tyranny. He said, the perfect place for Lamar Jackson is New York, a place that has money, a place that is an ideal media market for a star, a former MVP who's dynamic and has got a coach who is going to help him turn into a Josh Allen level quarterback that always is in the MVP conversation, is Brian Daboll in the New York Football Giants. I'm now starting to believe it. Lamar Jackson could be a New York Giant next year. Tiki Barber? Really? We're already going there, Tiki? I mean, I'm not going to really talk about the chances of it happening. I'll just say this. Lamar Jackson and the Brian Daboll, Mike Kafka hybrid offense would be absolutely electric. Lamar Jackson is one of the most dynamic players to ever put on a helmet and shoulder pads. I think the Baltimore Ravens would be stupid for letting him go, but we've seen stupid stuff happen in the NFL. If that guy enters free agency and the Giants have a chance to sign him because they have a bunch of cap money coming up, I'd submit an offer. I'd go after him. But hey, Not really worried about that right now. I'm worried about Dallas. F Dallas in the comments. I'll ask you, though. Look, should the Giants sign Lamar Jackson? Should they pursue him in free agency this coming up year? Him and the Ravens have not been able to come to an extension. He's probably going to hit free agency. I wouldn't be surprised if just the Ravens franchise tag him. Tiki said it. I didn't say it. We're just reacting to it. Should the Giants sign Lamar? Type S for sign or P for pass. Gamer Nucky. How would you rate Daniel Jones so far this season? Good enough to be 2-0, but also a lot of room for improvement. He has to be better. He's made some good plays, like the third down throw to Richie James, the third down throw to David Sills. He's made some really good passes, but he's also missed some guys running wide open. I would grade him at about a C-. Good enough to pass, good enough to get you 2-0, but he also could have been the problem if you didn't win either football game. At the end of the day, he's 2-0, can't complain too much, but he has to be better going forward if the Giants want to continue to stack W's. Corinne, when will Thibodeaux get on the field? I think he's got a good chance this Monday night. Practice today in an on-field setting. He said he made a lot of progress, but he didn't want to go too far and said he's guaranteed to play. But look, if he doesn't play, the Giants should have placed him on short-term IR because this would be the third game missed, and you could have added another roster spot. Same with Azeez Ojulari. If he doesn't play this week, you should have put him on IR. So I think the expectation was always for them to be ready to go week 3. I think Thibodeaux has a higher chance than Ojulari to play. I just want to see 5, 51, and 99 all on the football field at the same time because those three guys are the three-headed monster on the pass rush. And that's what I've been waiting for all offseason. I'll say Thibodeaux plays this week. Not sure about Ojulari. I doubt Leonard Williams does. Samuel Banks, what you think about signing Joe Schobert? They worked him out the other day. I saw that. I'm indifferent. I really don't think he's that good of a football player. He's a name for sure that we all know. But what's the difference between him and Blake Martinez? I would say Blake Martinez is a better football player. You just signed Jalen Smith, who was in the workout group with Schobert. So I think the Giants liked what they saw from Smith more to the practice squad. I mean, I'm not really in the camp of signing Schobert at this point. You already have linebackers like him and Austin Calitro. So no real need for Schobert. They already signed their guy in Jalen Smith. Good question, though, Samuel. You want to go 3-0? You want to beat the Cowboys? I'll keep this one short and sweet. We subbed for Giants dubs in week 1, and we got a dub. We subbed for Giants dubs in week 2, and we got a dub. Let's keep it going. Sub for Giants dubs, and let's beat the hell out of the Dallas Cowboys. Super chat from my guy, Dax. What up, Brody? Said, what up, Marsh? Do you think our offensive line can handle Micah Parsons? They're going to frickin' have to, man. This dude is electric. 4 sacks in 2 football games this year. 13 pressures in 2 football games. It's going to come down to game planning. Because I don't like the one-on-one matchup of Evan Neal and Micah Parsons. As good as I think Evan Neal can be and will be, he's not ready to block Micah Parsons one-on-one. Andrew Thomas, I'll take him every day of the week going one-on-one versus him. But it's going to have to be a group effort. You're going to have to get some double teams from Glowinski and Evan Neal. You're going to need your tight end to chip some. Expect for Chris Miriak to be a little bit of a pass blocker this week. Because if not, number 11 will wreck the football game. And you cannot let that happen. This guy is one of the best, if not the best defensive player in the National Football League. If you let him run wild, you let him wreck this football game, you let him get multiple sacks, a forced fumble on Daniel Jones, you're not going to win this football game. That's as honest as I can be. Richard Bangerfield, would you rather franchise tag Saquon Barkley or Daniel Jones? That's a good question. I would say Saquon Barkley. And I know it's going to upset some people. I just don't think Daniel Jones is a franchise quarterback. I love him. He plays hard. He plays hard. He plays with his heart. He never leaves anything left to be desired. He leaves it all out on the gridiron. But is he good enough to be a franchise quarterback? I don't think so. And the reason is, for Daniel Jones to be effective, I truly believe you have to have a great offensive line. You have to have a great arsenal of weapons. You have to have a great tight end. You have to have a great coordinator. You have to have a great head coach. You got to have a good running back. It is so hard to be perfect at every position. And that's just not likely in the NFL. No team is great at every position. And I only think that Daniel Jones can be great in a perfect situation. These are the 2023 franchise tag numbers. $31.4 million for Daniel Jones is a lot of freaking money. Whereas it's also a lot of money, $12.6 million to franchise Saquon Barkley. But I do think Saquon, while I'm not in the camp or a believer that you should pay running backs a lot of money, I just think he's a much better player than a guy like Daniel Jones. But look, I'll leave it up to you guys. I'd go down in the comments and type 26. But I'll ask you, type 8 for Daniel Jones or type 26 for Saquon Barkley. Who would you rather have? Or if you could only have one of these guys on the Giants next year, who would it be? Type 8 for Daniel Jones or type 26 for Saquon Barkley. One person that's for sure going to be on the Giants for a long, long time is number 5, Kayvon Thibodeaux. Get your Thibodeaux jersey today because he might play Monday night and you're going to be rocking some gear during the season when he's on the football field. We got the blue one and we got the white one for you. All you got to do is go to chatsports.com/Kayvon. It's right here. Chatsports.com/Kayvon. I'll put that link in the comments and description of today's show. Alan, what's more likely in your opinion with Kenny G? Traded, cut, or stay? I would say stay for this year, just because the salary cap, trying to trade him or cut him right now, it has a negative impact on your salary cap. And as we know, the Giants' salary cap situation is not all that great right now. So I would say for this season, it's to stay. But I think this is the last season that Kenny Golladay's on the Giants. I think I looked it up before the show today. If the Giants cut Kenny Golladay after this season, it's about $6.8 million in dead cap. It's a lot of money, but he also has a $21 million cap hit. So do you want him on the roster for $21 million, or do you want him on the roster for $6.8 million and him not actually on the roster? I think he's gone after this year, but I do think he finishes this year with the Giants. Mr. Assassin, my brother, do you think we will use a good amount of rollouts for Daniel Jones to get? I think that's a good idea, and I would roll away from such Micah Parsons. Moving the pocket is always a way to buy more pressure, and I think that's a good point by you, Mr. Assassin. I haven't really thought about that. We've seen that in the past couple of games that Daniel Jones has moved the pocket around a little bit. He's just not the greatest guy at throwing on the run. He's not really the greatest guy when the play breaks down, making something happen. But you got to do everything you can to not let 11 wreck this football game. That means moving the pocket and rolling Jones out. I'm all for it. Mr. Assassin, go have a talk with Mike Kafka. That was a good idea. Last question in this mailbag. Sniper from deep. Do you think the Giants can go 4-0? Damn right I think the Giants can go 4-0. They should go 4-0. You're playing Monday Night Football against the Dallas Cowboys with Cooper frickin' Rush at quarterback. And then you got the Chicago Bears next week. And hopefully our Bears host doesn't hear this. Justin Fields sucks. He is not good. Like, a lot of people, this is what I'll say about Justin Fields. Being able to make plays outside the pocket, being able to make plays off schedule, being a runner is the gravy on top. If you can't win it from the pocket on 3rd and 8 and on 3rd and 12, I don't care what you can do outside of that. You can have a good steak. The steak is being able to win from within the pocket. You can have a good steak without gravy. But you can't have good gravy without a steak. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to win from the pocket. I don't care if you can make plays off platform. If you can only make plays off platform and not win from the pocket, you're not going to make it in this NFL. Well, kind of didn't really answer the question, but damn right, I think the Giants should go 4-0. I think they will go 4-0, but it starts by going 3-0 against the Dallas Cowboys this week. I'll ask you guys, though. Predict the Giants' record after 4 games. Predict it for me. You got the Cowboys this week, and you got the Chicago Bears next week. Predict the Giants' record after 4 games right now in the comments. The coaching sucks for Fields. How come whenever a rookie quarterback struggles, it's always the coaching? It's the same thing for Daniel Jones. Some point, you're picked in the top 10, you got to do something. You can't always be a victim of your situation. If you will, you'll be a loser. Winners rise above. I'm seeing a whole lot of 4-0s. Corinne says 3-1. Pierre, yeah, I've got a little bit of a runny nose. I know. I'm sorry. All righty. Mike Francis, what up, my guy? Good to see you. All righty, we're going to sign off here. Remember, we'll be back this Sunday. Join us or not this Sunday, excuse me. We'll be back on Monday. Monday Night Football. We're going to do a watch party on Monday night. I want you to be there. All righty, the chat is getting off the rails. 92 facts. Thank you. You should be able to adapt. I'm right there with you. Monty, what up, my bro? We're about to go live on Knicks here in a little bit. If you're a Knicks fan, go to Knicks Now by Chat Sports. We'll be live in about an hour. Until then, I'll see you guys Monday night. Let's frickin' go G-Men. F the Dallas